Sassy, you're a disgrace to the family. Oh, says you're a disgrace to the family name.
Still don't remember the pink room, Stanley.
It's a
still no memory
statement of
this
affection.
Good room, though. A solid room.
It is a very nice room. I don't think it actually exists in the base game. But it's a very nice room indeed.
These really were a treat to hunt down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have neutered the intrinsic joy of collecting them. I'm very glad we resisted the temptation. Next one.
This is fantastic. I actually didn't expect them to put all this here just for finding the rewards. Actually, what if we go around to this way? Does this do anything, or oh yeah, no, it's blocked off. So we missed the boss room. So is there a way to completely replay the game so you can go into the boss room?
This was our second Figley. Don't you remember? Yes, I remember it too. The past is truly a wonderful thing. Why does anyone ever choose to leave it?
I agree.
Keep going. This is it. The very first one we found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the Figlarines. Oh, I want more memories, Stanley. I want to keep going. What else is there? What came before this?
Ooh, collect them all. Oh my god, we're back in the exhibit. Wait, this is different. Oh no, where's all the textures? You missed one even, if you remember correctly, I think. That's why the pink room exists. Really? Oh, that's interesting. So I inadvertently made the right choice by doing the wrong thing. Interesting.
Look, it's the terrible new content that were originally sold on. I remember hating it back then. But time does put a rosy filter on everything. In fact, I dare say I'm actually quite fond of it now. Look how much fun the past is. I want more. More memories.
Oh, I still can't jump. I was hoping you'd give me more jumps. But no. I can't jump. I paid for the DLC. I got all my paid jump. Maybe they'll have an in-game store where I can buy more jumps.
Oh, yes. The 2 doors. Who could have forgotten that? A classic memory, this one.
Okay, we'll go right. Oh, they both go to the same thing. Never mind. Oh, my office.
And before everything else, there was your office.
And then it's gonna
Is there
end.
anything else? Was there something that came before your office? There's something I feel I can remember. I can remember.
The cutscene. Is he gonna play the cutscene?
Yes, I'm remembering something now. I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions. I became lazy, and I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions, he would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley? Was I lonely? Yes, perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship. And Stanley really did make for a wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction. But I suppose it's grown old. I want to think for myself again. I want to go back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good. I did enjoy telling his story so very much. Okay, here we go. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
No, it's never the end. They wouldn't add an actual ending because it's never the end. It's never the end, right? Why is the bucket here? It shouldn't be in here.
Where are we going today? The bucket asked. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
All right, well, if it's gonna let me actually play, I don't know, I feel like it's gonna derail me at some point, but there's something I actually wanted to take it to do. This whole thing has actually been something I didn't mean to do whenever I walked this way the first time. And I kind of got distracted.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd... Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have no remaining stickers. If I did, you can guarantee we'd be in here for hours.
Oh, fine.
But alas, no stickers.
I wonder if he does have more
Coming to a
stickers.
staircase,
Is he holding out on me?
Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
I think he might be holding out on me. Alright, what if I check the bathroom in? Did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending is my favorite. I haven't, no. How do I get the broom closet ending? If it involves just sitting there for a long time, probably not. I would probably do that off stream. I don't feel like that's very exciting, just sit there and watch nothing. Keep going in and out of the closet? Oh, really? We'll have to try that next. We'll try that next. Thank you for the tip. Is this where I wanted to go? I broke it! Did I really break it? Did I really break it? I think I broke it. I think I really did. No, I didn't. Okay. Oh, this is open now. Oh, you are now leaving. What is this? This also isn't what I meant to do. What I was trying to do and what I have been trying to do is go to that little escape offset near the end and go that way. I didn't know this was a thing. What is this? Okay. Really cool. Fair warning for anyone coming in with the raid who doesn't know what this game is. I know this is classic at this point. But if you ever plan on, if you've seen this, like what I've been playing, and you feel like you might want to play it for yourself, go and do it. Rather than watching it here, I love to have you guys. But also, this is a game that, if you watch it, you kind of get everything out of it. But it's also a lot of fun to explore for yourself. So, if you ever plan to play this, I would recommend doing so, rather than watching it on a playthrough. It is worth experiencing. Oh Lord! All right. Let's keep going up, I guess. So just fair warning. No. Does this just keep going up and up? 759. Can't go in there. Keep going, I'm going. Escape pod launch bay. Escape. I am still going. I can't see ahead of me, but I can see behind me. I'm still going. The bucket. He's lovingly caressing the bucket. He's like, no, don't speak. Don't speak. Are we gonna go? We aren't gonna go in with the bucket? No, Stanley! Send the bucket.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself.
The
and
bucket's
constantly
actually
needed
gone!
support and guidance from others, so the thought of total solitude was terrifying to him.
No! The bucket! What do I do now?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
That's the Titanic deal. One gets to go. There's clearly room enough for both of us, sir. Sir, ma'am. Ma'am, sir. We do have about 5 minutes, by the way, until the next ad break. I'll be pausing so you guys don't miss anything. Will be next chance to get a bonus raffle to get for those of you so interested.
Not a single person here.
Be sure to leave a chat if you'd like to
participate.
participate.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Okay. Oh no, the broom closet's all closed up again.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I'm hoping the bucket will be up here. I want my bucket back, damn it.
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
Okay. Here we go. I'll be sad if I don't get the bucket. I can't do the ending I wanted to try. I imagine we get it back. This feels like it's not quite...
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Okay. Where's my bucket?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
They didn't turn on this time. Oh, what's happening? Should I hit on an ending here? Or is no back seating on? In this particular game, I feel like it's best if I discover for myself. But thank you for asking first. Unless I specifically asked for something.
Life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
This is different, is it not? The narration's different.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Maybe it isn't different. I don't know. Maybe I'm probably imagining things.
No.
So yeah, I imagine that'd be the case
to
with
believe
this.
it. He couldn't accept it.
Yeah,
His
the
own
exploration
life
is like the
in
entire
someone
game.
else's control.
And the narration,
Never.
of course.
It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Do I really not get my bucket
Here
back?
was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
I'm hoping I get the bucket back at the end of this. Can I do that same ending again and escape myself?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, Even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel.
What people would do is send them to an ad break. So I think you can. Every ending has 2 versions. I didn't know that. That explains why this is slightly different. It must be the other version. I think we'll try that next. See if I can get the bucket back, because I want to take the bucket into that ending spot. I didn't know that going to this other ending would get rid of my bucket. How do I get the bucket back, damn it? Anyway, yeah, I'll be back in just a couple minutes. Good luck on the ad break fight. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you for waiting through that ad break. Money. Like, oh, he bought one. Oh, thank you for participating in the bet too. All right, I guess we'll continue through here.
Whatever
so this
life
is the
he
same.
lives, it will be his, and that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Yes, this is exactly the same. I don't know. Obviously,
Stanley
I just
felt
played
the cool
this, so
breeze upon his skin.
I just must
The
have
feeling
horrible
of
memory.
liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
Except he gets his bucket.
Stanley was happy.
All right, so I'll go to the boss room and see if I can fake it out by leaving the door before it closes. We'll try
Already
that.
this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
A replacement bucket.
And try not to lose this one too, you dolt.
Wow.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
What a grump. What a grump this guy is.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers.
You can't do
Coming to a
the ending
staircase,
you wanted
Stanley
to?
and the bucket
Yes, I
walked
can.
upstairs to the boss's office.
The one I originally wanted to get my bucket back for is over this way.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket.
What's that sound?
Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. The bucket would, and he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot the I forgot the code.
But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck.
Yeah.
Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him?
The bucket did know.
Yes. This is certainly the most logical explanation.
I thought I want to do the escape pod without the bucket. The reason I want to do that is see if I can get the bucket back. The one I've been trying to do is the little escape path over here. We'll also try that one, but I wanted to do this one first because I've been trying to do it. Alright. Yeah, I want to go
Stanley
off
and
to
the
the
bucket
left
walked
here.
straight ahead through the
bucket.
large door that read Mind Control. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death.
Bucket can't die. With
The
bucket,
door
I
behind
am
them was
invincible.
not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
Ooh, into the pit yet again. Here we go, bucket. Watch, you just actually die for this one. Okay. This can take me back into developer commentary yet again.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise, Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be. To be sure, it puts the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket, but what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death? This is what Stanley thought to himself, and he sort of kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere. Farewell, Stanley.
No, the bucket will protect me. See? The bucket protected me. I knew it.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an end as it was crushed violently to death.
I just noticed this is a replacement bucket because it has the ridges on it now. I don't think it had the ridges before, did it? Did it have the ridges? I don't think so. Maybe it's the lighting looks different. I also like that they got the female narrator back for this section as well. The bucket does protect.
It was a shame,
I agree.
the death of such a magnificent bucket. It's true that all buckets are radiant in their own way, but this one stood above the rest. It was a glorious bucket to behold.
Oh, the bucket. Welcomes you to the grand exhibit. You stand at the precipice of knowledge. Much like a bucket itself, the human mind is frequently empty within. A cavernous void, but through use of the exhibit in front of you, the mind becomes full and enriched and substantiated. Knowledge of the bucket and its history is the only true knowledge we really have. Will you take what you learn here out with you into the world? Will you accept with an open mind what may be challenging about the information in this exhibit? Will you change the lives of yourself and your loved ones as a result of this exhibit? Or will you turn a blind eye and continue to live as you were, in ignorance and darkness? Oh, good. I will continue to live in ignorance and darkness. I'm sorry, I don't own a bucket. Perhaps I should buy a bucket. Maybe I need to buy a bucket.
Can you see how arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own?
There are billions of
Can you see
them.
the hubris that blinded him? Can you see that the bucket is far more noble than Stanley will ever be in his short life?
25 buckets. A photograph of 25 buckets, the greatest number of buckets ever captured on camera. The photographer experienced catatonic shock for several weeks as a result of the euphoria from exposure to this many buckets at once. I think it is a little more than 25 buckets. 25. Oh, Jesus. A bucket with two handles. This bucket is depicted as having two handles. Such a design has never been created in real life, having been deemed too dangerous and recklessly experimental. Every year, dozens are put to death just for attempting it. Oh, jeez. Oh, wooden bucket. Inferno bucket. A replica of the Inferno bucket, which in the medieval era was so powerfully alluring that it drove dozens of nations to war with one another for control of it. Billions died, and yet, in spite of it all, the simple fact remains: no one can control a bucket. The Vitruvian bucket, indeed. Da Vinci himself drew the bucket, the two-handled bucket. The forbidden knowledge. It's actually what did him in. The cave painting. Ooh, the music. While we know that buckets predate the existence of mankind, we do not know by how long. This cave drawing depicts early man's discovery of the practical uses of the bucket, by which time the bucket had already likely been around for several millennia. Notice in these drawings how the bucket is allowing itself to be used, having judged humanity to be worthy of its treasures. Yes, authentic information. Definitely take this seriously. Beautiful bucket
no
dance.
No man can own a bucket,
chant.
And certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one. It is man who should kneel before the bucket.
The hanging bucket. This piece symbolizes the necessary relationship between bucket and humanity. However clear our grasp of the bucket may be, there is yet more that is always out of reach. This distance, inevitably, is for our own good. Do I fall in? Yeah, I'm gonna fall into the abyss, aren't I? What happened? Did I fall?
But there is something we can do. Something we can do together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong. Let Stanley die. Let him be crushed by the machine. Don't reset the game. Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket. We can save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements if only we let Stanley die together. The bucket shall take its place as ruler, as leader, as commander of a new world, a new vision.
How long was I sitting there? Stanley wondered to himself. Minutes? Days? Centuries? Did something crucial happen while my senses were turned? He made a note to be more careful. A good bucket. A strong bucket. A humble bucket. A committed bucket. A bucket of culture and distinction.
Dang it. I wanted to stay in my office. Okay, let's go to the broom closet. I still haven't done the broom closet ending in the base, like without the bucket, I mean. I was gonna say in the base game, but without the bucket. So let's go do that.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it true. No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Oh, I went the wrong way, didn't I? Oh, crap. I did go the wrong way. Oh, Jesus. You said the bucket shall never win, sir. The bucket
and so the
wins
two of them
every time I
through
pick it
the
up.
Maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Yeah, every time I pick up the bucket, it's another win.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps, Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have no remaining stickers. If I did, you can guarantee we'd be in here for hours. But alas, no stickers.
Calls interrupt my bucket enjoyment. How dare you, sir? I thought we knew that you had to put everything on hold for the bucket. I am entering and exiting the broom closet. It doesn't seem to be doing anything. I don't think you can do it with the bucket. Oh, I thought there was an alternate version of every ending. Okay. Well, then what ending can I do that I haven't done yet with the bucket?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
I think I've done everything down here, haven't I? I think so.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his
Yeah, I had already done this. So yeah, let's go back to the beginning again. And let's try it without
All
the
of his
bucket.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright, back to the broom closet. Sans bucket.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Nope. We going this way.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
The broom closet's stuck. I can't do it.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Alright, let's try this. Excuse me? What is happening?
Here's the door.
There we go. We did it. Aha! I feel like it was harder to do on purpose than it was to do on accident. Well, let's see what this ending is without the bucket. Clearly, I'm going to save myself. Can I pick up the bucket retroactively? Can I grab the bucket on my way back? Probably. I'm not going to do it because I want to see a different ending. Yeah, see, there's the bucket. We're not picking it up. Nope. We're going for the escape hatch. I am now leaving. Let me out of here. It's just going to be the same, except I go instead of the bucket. Do I disappear for the next turn? Instead of the bucket, do I control the bucket instead? I wouldn't mind controlling the bucket. Or maybe we control, what's her name? Is it Marietta? Was that her name? Mariella? I don't remember the girl's name. Who sees me when I'm dead. Mariella. Oh, Mariella. Okay, not Marietta. Mariella. Close. What is the point of having this elevator if I can't take the elevator? Excuse me. Here we go. So I assume, do I just keep walking forward and eventually I can see the escape hatch? Yeah, there it is. We're going, we're escaping. Oh! There's papers all over the place.
Stanley knew the office layout like the back of his hand. It was only a matter of time before he found the others, wherever they were. Just a matter of time.
What is this? Oh, okay. Do I just keep going? What's the
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Did I miss something? What was the significance of the papers being
okay.
everywhere?
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
But then what if I go backwards? Oh, I can't go backwards. Never mind. Well, is that really it? When you go through the escape hatch, just restarts?
Yet
Random
there was
chance,
not a
I
single
think?
person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief,
All right,
Stanley
welcome
decided to go
in
up
Kaido.
to his
It's great to
boss's
have you.
office, Hoping he might find an answer. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Thank you for checking out the stream. Hope you're having a great day, a great Monday. Interesting. Can I come in here with the bucket? I think the papers on the floor are random. So it literally just restarted, and there's no other significance to that ending. Oh. Well, that's disappointing. Well, I don't know what else to do.
Here's the door, just go.
I feel like I've gone everywhere I can think of, except to successfully disarm the trap. I guess that is another thing to do. I'll try again. I'm honestly not sure how to disarm the countdown if I turn on the mind control device. We'll try it.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Yes. Let's do it.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Well, thank you for giving me a safe word. I appreciate that. Always stick to the safe word. Good plan.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Do they have multiple lines for... Well, obviously they have multiple lines for different rooms. I feel like they do have slight variations.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
I told you a yes.
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
And if I can figure out how to disarm it, then we will we'll come back with the bucket.
The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another.
We're doing it!
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
I did.
After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex.
Oh, good.
How long until detonation, then? Let's say, 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going.
Is that not it?
What all this means. I barely know where to start.
Is there not a blue? Is there a blue?
You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated?
Oh.
All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway.
These things
I'll
have
tell
like
you
different
exactly
symbols
what happened
on
to
them.
I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp.
Oh no!
I have to say this, though. This version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much.
Variable
you know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock.
I don't know.
These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
Press any key to send power surge.
Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean,
yes.
Look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones, or maybe this big red button.
No, I need 4 yellow.
Door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? But you really believe there's an answer? How many times will you replay this bit, looking desperately for a solution? 10? 100? 1,000? I look forward to finding out and to watching the bomb go off each time you fail. Just you and me and the retching explosion of fire and metal over and over and over for all of eternity. And Stanley died again.
How do I know what it is? Are these numbered?
And Stanley died again.
Are these numbered?
And Stanley died again.
Goodbye, employee 427.
Take a look at the clock,
we're
Stanley.
dead.
That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing.
I don't know what to do.
Just you being
I have zero idea.
Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice.
Well, we're dead. We're dead.
Or don't. It's all the same to me. All
Stop, drop, and roll, according to
believe
Jimmy.
me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever up.
Well, we lost. That did not help. That did not help. Alright, so I'll take the bucket with me.
All of his
and see if that's any different.
Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is it? The embrace of an old friend. A weathered companionship that stands the test of time. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest.
That's the very last thing I can think of to do, is to deny that thing and somehow defuse.
Still no one was here.
The nuclear bomb.
Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort.
I don't necessarily want an answer
Perhaps
to
his
it.
boss's office, coming to a staircase.
So if
Stanley
I can't figure it out, you may just not do it.
Upstairs to the boss's office.
I mean, alright. Into the boss's thing we do. What is
manager's
it?
office, Stanley
is
was
this
once
thing?
again stunned
Is it
to discover
2,
not an
8,
indication
4,
of any
5?
human life. Crushed by the
Yep.
Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer
Aha!
luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Clearly, the bucket will just instantly defuse the bomb. A bomb couldn't possibly take out the bucket, could it? I don't think so. I think it's immune to the nuclear power, nuclear explosions.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Indeed, I did. Open.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Apparently a nuclear bomb. Oh, I love this game. This game is so good. I'm so glad to have played it again. It's been so long, it felt like it was brand new.
And Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored.
Wait, what does
like
that
guinea
say?
pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and
What
it
does
very
that say?
nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
Did they imagine this is like a sequel? Are they actually gonna make a sequel to this?
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind.
Well, the bucket wants to set off a nuke, apparently.
No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control, never! He squeezed the bucket tighter, his one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
Yeah, especially not the narrator that murders me because he goes on the ego trip. I doubt it. What they do with the sequel title almost prohibits an actual sequel. No, they just have to have another bucket.
The heart of the
Oh,
operation.
you are right. The sequel
Controls
is now
labeled with
bots.
emotions, happy,
Fair
or
enough.
sad, or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery... But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls.
bucket turned it on.
Stanley gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself?
Bucket,
How
why?
could the bucket have betrayed him like this?
Bucket!
Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen. Birds. Silly birds.
Okay.
The control buttons became active again.
Oh, flamingos.
Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world. The mind controls were only a facade to disguise its true intentions.
Oh, okay.
Had the bucket known this all along? Stanley marveled at the metal genius in his
hummingbirds.
hands, the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery. Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable. Of all the possible paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best. And Stanley was happy.
Ooh, look at that one. Hey, I was done looking at the birds. That really it? Genuine question, pineapple. What the heck is this? What the heck do I do with this heaven thing? What is this? What do I do with this? It's so loud. I wanna quiet it down even. But yeah, if you know what to do with this, I'm interested in doing this. And it'll probably be the last thing we do for the stream today. Let's, I don't know, set this down to like 75%. I think nothing, that's it. So you just restart it? That's kind of sad. Okay, I thought there was some super special thing. Well, that's neat. Well, okay then. I guess that will be...
A soft wind blew outside
Oh,
and perhaps
ooh,
rain
that's new.
started. And if it did, it stopped shortly after.
Yeah, I suppose that'll be it for the Stanley Parable for today. Yeah, like I said, thank you guys for coming in today. It was great to have you. A little bit early, not that much. Like I said, shorter game. I was expecting it to be a bit shorter. Thank you so much for the follow. I do have anonymous follows. Feel free to follow without being called out or anything. It's good to have you in the community. Know who you are.